Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Ticking Together. As always, the goal of this channel is to provide education about and to raise awareness as to what it's like living with Tourette Syndrome. So I heard you've recently been experiencing tics, and I want to help you. This video is going to be a guide for people newly experiencing tics, recently diagnosed with a tic disorder or Tourette syndrome, and how to best deal with this new part of your life. But for those of you that don't know me, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Carly, I'm 24 years old, and I have Tourette syndrome. I was clinically diagnosed at the age of 12 by my psychiatrist, and I've dealt with Tourette syndrome a very long time. I've dealt with tics almost my whole life. And I want to be kind of like the Tourette big sister to viewers like you out there who may be just newly experiencing tics and very scared and not know what to do. This video will be the rundown basic how-to of how to deal with tics. It's like, I have tics, now what? Let's get into it. So let's break it down really basically to start it off. What is a tic? A tic is a repetitive, involuntary movement, sound, or thought that cannot be controlled by the individual experiencing them. Tics can be anything from blinking your eyes really hard, to scrunching your nose, to jerking your arms back, to tensing your muscles, to barking like a dog, which I do, to repeating different words and phrases. Honestly, the list is endless. Any movement or sound you can make with your body can be a tic. This also means that any thought you can have can also be a tic. As I said, I heard you're experiencing tics, and I want to give you this brief guide on how to best deal with them. Come along. First things first, it is 110 million% okay to be scared or confused. When you're first experiencing these tics, it's gonna feel like a complete lack of control and like there's someone controlling your body that isn't you. It's gonna be scary. Just know that these tics are involuntary and it is not your fault. You'll have to end up doing these tics to calm the premonitory urge. Quite often, the urge you get before the tic comes is the thing that is involuntary. The tics, however, are done as a response to calm this urge. This is something that I never knew about until I was later on in my journey with Tourette's. People would always tell me, oh, tics are completely involuntary, meaning I can't control them at all. But there is a level of control there. When you get that burning, tingling, itchy sensation in your body before a tic, that is involuntary, meaning you cannot control the urge you're getting before you tic, and the tic is done as a response to relieve that urge and to get rid of that icky feeling in your body. A lot of the time, tics are so natural to us that you won't even realize you're doing them, which is another thing that is okay. Another thing to note is that tics are actually so common. There was a recent study done by the Tourette Syndrome Association of America showing that 1 in 50 people deal with tics of some sort. So know that you are not alone. You are totally not alone. As I said, it's normal to be scared and confused when you're dealing with this new part of your life where you're feeling like you're not in control of your body, and it will take time to get used to them, but it's okay to be scared. There are some key things you can do when you're first experiencing tics though, and the most important thing is to be gentle with yourself. It's also very important to stay calm. Staying calm when you're first experiencing tics is crucial because I got rice. Because when you're first experiencing tics, anxiety, fear, worry, stress, any strong emotions like that can make tics worse. All of these intense emotions can be triggers for tics and in fact make your tics more frequent and more severe. So it's important to take a breath and be calm. I know it is scary when your body is doing things that you do not want to be doing. Trust me, I just punched myself, did not want to do that. It can be scary, but it's important to just take a deep breath and continue to go on with your day because tics do not define you. Deep breathing will really help you stay grounded, as well as just trying your best to stay calm. If you have a weighted blanket or a fidget toy you really love or a stuffed animal that you really love, make sure to keep something that grounds you with you at all times to kind of remind you that you are safe and okay. And try your best to not jump to conclusions when you're first dealing with tics, because not all tics are caused by Tourette syndrome. As well, not all tics are permanent, so this might not last forever. It's really important not to assume things when you're first starting to deal with tics. This means do not assume that you're faking, do not assume that you have Tourette syndrome, and do not assume that the tics are going to last forever. It's important to take things slowly and to be gentle with your mind, and to realize that tics are different for literally every single person dealing with them. Some people's tics are caused by Tourette's. Some people's tics are caused by other tic disorders. There's FND, there's pandas. There can be tics caused by medication. There can be tics caused by trauma. There are so many reasons that tics can appear in your life, so don't assume that one reason is why you have tics. Honestly, every single person out there is gonna have a different tic journey, so try not to assume anything right away and go in with an open mind. Another really important thing to do when you're first experiencing tics is to reach out to people. Reach out and talk about it. Don't feel like you have to hide your tics around everyone, because that will leave you feeling so isolated and so alone. I know for me, when I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome at 12, I was so embarrassed, so ashamed, and I didn't reach out. I didn't talk to anyone about it, and I would suppress my tics for the majority of the day, which is so harmful. If I could go back and tell my 12-year-old self anything, it would be to please reach out to people, find your community, and don't be afraid to talk about your Tourette syndrome and your tics. Reach out to a friend, a parent, a different family member, a teacher, a school counselor, whoever you're comfortable with and know that you can trust. Honestly, not trying to freak you out, but sometimes people will react negatively when you tell them about you having tics, because there is such a negative stigma in this world surrounding Tourette syndrome and tic disorders. It's important to find people that you know you can rely on and that will support you during this journey. As I said, there is a negative stigma that surrounds Tourette's and tics, especially due to the growing phenomenon of Tourette's and tics on TikTok and social media platforms. Not to scare you, but a lot of people out there are very hesitant now in believing people who come forward with their tics or Tourette's, which is so freaking brutal, because we should honestly take everyone's words seriously, especially because dealing with these tics can be so scary. So make sure to find people that believe you and will support you. If that isn't a parent, talk to a friend or a teacher, as I said. Find community that will support you and does believe you. And if it's important to you to get validation, maybe seek medical advice from a doctor or a neurologist or a psychiatrist, someone who deals with the brain. Again, this is only for validation purposes. If you're experiencing tics, you're already valid, but a lot of people really want to get that medical documentation to better their life and to give them accommodations in school or work or other aspects of life. This next tip is crucial. Don't suppress. When you first start experiencing tics, you might be embarrassed and want to try to hide them, and you might kind of feel weird letting them out and showing people. But the best advice I can give is to not listen to your doubts here. Let out your tics. By holding in your tics, you are building up a lot of pressure and stress and anxiety in your body, and this can later lead to severe bouts of tics called tic attacks. Let out your tics if you are in a safe space to do so, because this will prevent distress later. And don't feel like you have to suppress your tics just because they're new or they just appeared. Because honestly, if they're gonna last a while, which they might, people should get used to them, and you don't wanna be suppressing your whole life. That's what I did. Brutal. Do not recommend. As I said, another really important thing to do if you're first experiencing tics is to be gentle with yourself. Having tics for the first time is a big change. And as I said, just a warning, people may assume you're faking or being dramatic. But it's important to know that you know you best. You know yourself better than anyone, and you know you're not faking, so don't let the negativity and the rumors get to you. Not to freak you out again, but honestly, people can be quite mean, especially with the whole TikTok trend going on. You'll have to grow a thick skin and realize that your symptoms are valid and that you are real. You are worthy. Don't let the haters get to you. Treat yourself kindly, because tics are hard enough to deal with as it is. Another really important tip for you guys is to join a community. You are likely to feel really alone when you first develop tics, and that's completely normal. What's helped me the most in my entire journey of living with Tourette syndrome is to join a community of other people like me, other tickers who I can relate to and share my stories with. I personally have a Discord server full of people with Tourette's, tic disorders, tics, and other neurological disorders where you can join and learn about yourself and your tics if you would like. If you would like to meet people that you resonate with and truly understand you, I would recommend joining this Discord server, and I will link it in the description down below. Because finding people that share the same experiences with you can be absolutely liberating, and I would highly recommend it. It's also so important to live authentically. With or without tics, you're gonna wanna be yourself. Don't let anyone tell you who you should or shouldn't be, because that is up to you. Know that it is okay to tic in public. It's okay to talk about tics. It's okay to be yourself, because that's what life is about. You should be yourself. So don't hide your tics. Don't suppress. Be open and honest. Don't feel like you have to hide this part of yourself, because as I said, it is so common and you're likely to find someone out there who has tics too. Know that the people that truly matter in your life will support you and respect you and help you get through this tough time. You are so valid, so important, and so worthy. And I know it's scary dealing with tics for the first time, but please, 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 just promise me that you are going to be yourself. Look at my doggy, you guys. Side note, but isn't she adorable? Baby, she wants belly rubs. So as I said, if you are out there and you're newly experiencing tics, follow these tips and tricks on how to best get the most out of your life, honestly. Tics can be scary when you first experience them, so if you follow this kind of general advice, I promise you, life will be easier. When I was first diagnosed with Tourette syndrome, I hid it from literally everyone in my life except for my parents and my brother, and that is something I will forever regret, because it caused a massive depression, severe anxiety, and a lot of other mental illness, which is just not good. I should have been myself, and that is why I'm telling you guys to please be yourself, let out your tics, advocate for yourself, and be the best you can be. I hope this video resonates with you, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, share it to your group chats, literally whoever. If you know someone who is first experiencing tics, give this video to them. Maybe they'll get something out of it. If you would like to stay tuned to content about Tourette syndrome awareness, please subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell to stay tuned to all of my content here at Ticking Together. Leave a comment down below saying hi, telling me what you would like to see in future videos, or letting me know what your tips are for someone dealing with tics. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. watching this video. As always, we're learning together, we're laughing together, and we're ticking together. Bye.